Jason, how you doing? You still here? Got on there a little late. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Hmm. Tony, how you doing? Hey, wow, the stupid banner thing works. Not what I really want. I guess when you have the freebie, that's what you get. Martin Smith, how you doing? Get that out of there. Cynthia. Yeah, we got Jason, Tony, Cynthia, Plugs. You're here. Thank you, Plugs. Oh, yeah. Frankie, good to see you. Nice. How's everyone been doing? Man, I tell you, the weather here is funky. It went from freezing cold weather to 85 degrees, 85% humidity. Shannon, how you doing? Yesterday I got out. Today I stepped outside and I was like stepping into a shower with the sunshine. So I went, nope. It's like 80 degrees in my room right now with the AC on. Yeah, Tony, check your levels. Ah, okay, you just ate. Good. Mark Miller, welcome. How you doing? So anybody get any detecting done? Jim, how you doing? Danny boy. Nice to see everyone here. Let's see, make sure I don't get an echo here. There we go. Russell, how you doing? Marlon, what's up? Ray Ray. Yep. It went from winter to summer here like in one day, Marlon. Or 2 days. Uh-oh. Come on, get in here. And today is just too hot and humid to get out. But I got out a little bit yesterday. Got that new Xterra and I'm loving it already. You just came in. You went out already? Jeez. Go on. Cats. Shannon, storm. Oh, there was a storm in there, huh? I thought it was going to today, but it didn't. It clouded up. It didn't do anything. Yeah. Cynthia, 90. And I bet the humidity was about the same as the heat, wasn't it, Cynthia? Which is just freaking miserable. Silver Errors, hello. If you haven't checked out Silver Errors, Coin Hunter, go check them out. Please check each other out. You know that. Of course, most of you know each other here. Yeah, I've been really surprised with the Xterra. I mean, it was only a zinc penny, my first target, but I've hit that same area with 3 other detectors multiple times, and that zinc penny was flat and only about 2 inches down, and all the other detectors missed. It wasn't me because I love hitting along driveways and sidewalks because I know there's going to be coinage dropped. So I do a very thorough swing and search, all directions, everything. And I know because that area before, it's about a 2 foot area, there's just no signal there. And with the Xterra, I get this 64 signal. It's like, okay, I never got a signal right here before, and there was a zinc penny. I know it's nothing great, but that, that surprised me because the Vanquish missed it, Land Ranger Pro, and Eurotech all missed it. You're breathing water? Ooh, rusty. So Uh, it is, Danny. I mean, I know they got a minus 19 up to 90, but hi, Marty. How you doing? But I noticed a lot of guys, Jim. Yeah, Jim. See, I don't mind putting up if it's hot every day, and I know it's going to be hot every day, and I expect that it's one thing. But here it will go from 90 degrees one day to 27 and freezing rain the next day, and it can do that 2 or 3 times in a day. Yeah, huh. My evil twins here, the one mom liked best. I never knew Dad, Mark. Anyways, 18 in the house. Thank you. So if anybody wants to come on up, but yeah, for the price, the Xterra is a heck of a machine. Build quality is way better than my Vanquish. I was really impressed as soon as I opened the box and realized it's got some heft to it. And it's lightweight, but it's solidly built. Yep, Frankie, I know. Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, a couple other states. Hi, Silver Airs. Nathan. So, yeah, it does. Marlon, that was the best thing on the Vanquish, the square shaft. No waddle, no problems. Oh, sorry, Jim. Just be cool. How you doing? Plugs your own triplet. I mean, and I was using 10, Russell. 10's a pretty good all around frequency. I'm going to try out the other one. 10 works pretty good. Um, it's pretty stable. EMI doesn't seem to bother it that much. Steve, hello. And my cat wants back in. I know some guys were talking about that the auto ground balance didn't work that well. It worked fine for me, but I think they were on the beach when they tried it, or in super heavy mineralized ground, which I can understand. You'd want to use manual ground balance. I can't remember the channel. This guy in Salt Lake City, so he's out there by the salt flats, and that is the worst thing on a detector. And even with the V3i and some really great machines, they don't get a whole lot of depth, and they have a hard time ground balance on there. So, Gregory Gibson, hello. Matt, why don't you come on up? Okay, well, Marlon, field 2, turn recovery speed back to 2 to go deeper. Okay. Well, thought I brought you up, Mark. Sorry.
The hell, Bill?
I don't know. I clicked on it and I thought he was coming up, then it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. Story of my life. It didn't happen.
Yeah, I was using a frequency of 10, 5-tone, recovery speed of 3, so I'll slow it down. Might work better. I just know it's a great machine so far.
It looks it.
I just wish I could use my Vanquish coils on it, but I was even reading not only is a connector different, even if you make an adapter, they will not work. So,
oh really?
Minelab did that on purpose when they made the Vanquish. So,
Yeah, great find with that coat hanger, bud. I loved it.
well, I did that the night. Well, you'll see. I don't know why that didn't come out as a short. It was supposed to, and it didn't do it. But I might have had my phone turned wrong. But the second half of that'll come out tomorrow, and you'll see what else I found in the same hole.
Good. Looking forward to it.
But yeah, I'm waiting with no car. I can't get anywhere, and my permission down the street at the farm. I can only go there when the guy's on the farm and he's out of town for 2 weeks, so I can't go hunt over there till he's back.
Ugh.
But
Matt, what's up, Matt?
yeah, Danny, I prefer the Vanquish shaped coil over the round ones, but that's me. So how was the event, Mark?
I had a grand old time. I mean, didn't find much. I didn't expect to, yeah. But all the people I got to meet, man, it was fun as hell.
Yeah. That's the only reason I want to meet you and everybody else and go, hey,
Yeah.
we talk to each other all the time, but other than Kay, I've never met anybody.
Oh, well, you would live closer to Florida anyway. So if you ever make it down to Florida Hunt 8, right?
I don't know if I go to that or not, because I understand the last couple of years and this year may not be that great. So
True.
Rob from Weigold, hello.
Hey, Rob.
God, I know there's one coming up that's closer to me than that, but I can't think of what it is. Okay, go.
It's just hard getting to them because they are a little expensive, and you got to spend money for the hotel, the event itself, food.
Yeah. Because I understand. I think it's this year. Whereas before, the Florida Hunt 8. I mean, one time they did allow camping, then they didn't. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Marlon. That's probably going to wait for because the Equinox 6-inch coil is freaking expensive. I mean, still almost $200 for that thing. Come on. Plus, I like the shape of it'd be an 8x5 coil, so it's actually narrower than a 6-inch, which is fine by me.
I like the tones on that Xterra.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah. It just reminded me so much of an Equinox.
Yeah, I love the sound.
Yep.
The balance is great. It's lightweight, well built. And the nice thing on this one, you can actually change out the battery yourself easily.
Good. That's
You just take the handle off, pop the plug out that seals the water, unplug the battery, plug in a new one. It's like, oh yeah. Oh, you can get them for the coils $250 Canadian or the Xterra Pro itself, Marlon.
Well, if you can get the Xterra for $250 Canadian, it's damn good.
Yeah. Because I mean, I got a deal on it here. I got $25 off, but rich Canadian nurses. So you didn't find much, but you got to meet people. And did you find anything that was really worth?
I found, okay, you ready? A 1974 penny in the field. But I'm going to treasure this damn penny until I die.
Yeah, because of what it cost.
Yeah.
6-inch Knox coil is $250 in Canada. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, Xterra Pro's $425 Canadian. Ouch.
Yeah. Oof.
Of course, that means the 700 and 900 way up there too. So. Don't get sick with money in your ground and that disappears, huh? Oh, Martin says you can get it for $369. That's not as bad. That's Oh, you got an Xterra Pro, Martin? Cool.
Sold, Shannon. 11 cents for that penny.
Well, also up there in Canada, don't they have the value added tax too, besides regular tax now, or in some places?
Oof.
Because I was watching a show, and this lady somewhere in the UK was getting a piano moved, and the mover showed up, and they looked at her and go, "Do you want a receipt or not?" She goes, "Well, how much is without a receipt?" 300. How much is it with the receipt? 700. Because with the receipt they had to throw in the value added tax.
Yep. I'd be like, no receipt. That's just 300 under the table.
Just sales tax. Okay. Because I'd heard that. I thought I saw something about value added tax in Canada somewhere.
Jason sales tax.
Quebec has way more tax. Then that's probably value added tax. And the way that works, they were explaining, I don't know how you can survive. The more people it goes through when you buy something over there in the UK, each one of them have to pay a value added tax. So it can start out as $1 at one end and be $75 7 people later. Wow. Well, you're still better than Mexico. Is there only, what is it, 20 cents for a.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised though.
Wow, Shannon, really? $2.69, no tax, free shipping.
Yep.
Shipping to Canada or no?
Epic Adventures on Facebook said he could ship one for $260. That's tax and everything.
Wow.
So, which, I mean, when I bought my Vanquish, that was $279 plus tax. So it was $304 if I remember right after taxes. So, and it's just not near the build quality or the machine that the Xterra is. And I love my Vanquish, so
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, this thing it's just well built.
It is. I can tell just by looking at it.
I mean, it's solid, lightweight. I mean, they got a bit pretty much everything right on this that I can see it. The only problems I've heard of are the VDI numbers jumping around on a beach hunt. But a software fix could probably take care of that.
There'll be updates, most definitely.
So, they probably will, Danny, but they wanted to get the machine out first. I don't know, Danny. I don't. It looks the same size. The only thing is, it's got teardrop rubber grommets that go in it instead of round ones. And it's a straight shaft, which I love over the angled shaft, the S shaft. Mind Lab Anguish is a pain.
See, I heard that too. I heard it was also a big old heartbreaker too, Jason.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what was it? Is that Treasure Talk or whatever it was on yesterday? I can never remember the name of it. But they had the dialect on there.
Oh yeah, I was going to watch it and I didn't. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it, and they got on the subject of talking about all the updates. Yeah. And I wrote in. I said, I do have a complaint. There's so many updates. It's like learning a brand new machine again. I said, I'm old. That's tough. Plus, I got a short attention span of a squirrel. You can see dialect. She started laughing, but she didn't want to let it be known that she thought it was funny.
Well, I tell you, that's one thing I like about the Xterra. It's got adjustments, but they're all simple. They're all easy, Everything
How far
else
does
is
that?
automatic, and I'm really surprised. I mean, I was hitting some deep signals out there, but I just didn't want to dig them. Not yet.
Does that collapse down pretty tight? Hey, Bill.
Yeah.
Does that Xterra collapse down pretty tight?
Hang on.
I hear that, Jim. That's got those lever locks.
Yep,
not
double
bad.
lock. That's it. That's all the way down. That's fit in the backpack.
Yeah.
So, now get it back where it was.
Cynthia's back.
Cynthia. Oh yeah. But the arm cuff seems a little flimsy, but as long as it doesn't break, I guess it'll be okay. Jim said he must be getting old. He can remember when US dollar was worth $1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too, Jim. So yeah, we're getting old.
Oh, really, Shannon? You got a lot of chatter on your Simplex. Where are you using it at mainly? Did you try turning down the sensitivity a bit?
Hope you're not trying to use it at a beach.
That's why I was asking.
I know that's they chatter a lot there. Oh, Marty's a bachelor for 3 weeks again.
What's his plugs? Who else really liked the channel X Finds? I don't remember the
I
channel.
don't think it would fit, Danny. They mount different.
Whoa, wait. Danny's talking about 25 inches. No, this is a family show, if I'm correct. Okay, Dan? Would you
At least
dial
for
it
another
back,
12
buddy?
minutes. Oh, he's in southern Missouri. We're getting a lot of chatter then.
Huh.
Oh, do you use a Garrett pinpointer by chance? Oh, keep digging.
You keep digging it?
Because I know people using Garrett pinpointers with them. Hi, Tom.
Yeah, I did have one problem at the come out swinging. Piper and I, we took the T2 and the Legend. You couldn't use the T2. I couldn't. Yeah, she couldn't use it. I couldn't use it because if any multi-frequency detector got within 20 feet of it,
It went nuts, huh?
it lost its mind. Yeah.
Dang.
So her and I would just switch back and forth on the Legend.
The only thing I noticed about my Technetics, of course, they're not a top end one. When I got the Eurotech, well, and the Land Ranger Pro too. They're not really well shielded against EMI.
No.
You get near the big power lines, they go nuts, or cell towers. I was really surprised about that with the Vanquish because I had a park back home that it was on top of a hill next to the city reservoir, which had two big pumps and a cell tower.
Oh.
Those pumps had like 12-foot electric motors running them. So I would take my Land Ranger Pro by there and couldn't use it, or my Digitech.
Yeah.
But the Vanquish had no problem by it. So that really impressed me with the Vanquish. So that's why I was wondering when Danny was showing his having problems, that 700 was having problems with EMI. I thought, why could they get it right on the Vanquish and then kind of drop the ball on the 700,
Yeah, because I remember on my 600, I didn't have that much EMI interference.
Yeah. The 900s and the Manticores don't. So it's like something they forgot to tweak in the 700.
Yep.
Yeah. Because he wasn't the only one. A couple other people had that problem with the 700. So it's like, they do something, they kind of miss it on the next machine sometimes.
Yeah, sure, Dan. I'm holding back from buying the Xterra. No.
Yeah. He just doesn't want to leash at a clock at one, right?
Yeah, he just doesn't want to get hurt.
Especially since they're spending so much money on medical right now. So it's like, yeah, no.
No. Oh yes, yeah. Keep digging. That's true. You know, you get EMI in the air. It's what I really hate is those damn electric fences. You know, you buy, I mean, you hear boop, and you think you got a signal. You know, boop, you think you got a signal, and you dig it, there's nothing there.
Oh yeah, keep digging. I would get it with it once in a while, but with my Technetics machines, it was like I couldn't go near the place. The closer you got to them, they would just freak out, and you couldn't turn them down far enough to do, well, you could turn them down far enough to where it would cancel out, but then you can only detect about 2 to 3 inches into the ground, so you had to lower the sensitivity so much. So
Yep, Technetics.
yeah, same here, yeah. And I love Technetics because, like, or even the Bounty Hunter Land Ranger Pro, which is still basically a Technetics machine. That thing in all metal just is insane how deep it will detect something. I mean, as soon as you run it out of all metal into another mode, you lose half your depth instantly, which blew me away with that thing. Or
I tried that, Jim. It didn't work out too well.
yeah. The Delta 4000, cheap machine, but it's got 2 settings on it for all metal, and I can't remember if it's the first or second all metal. It will detect a BB at like 4 to 5 inches. Heartland. Nice. Where's that at, Marty? I think that's the one I was thinking about. Oh, untouched, never detected scout cam.
That's what I saw. And they were planting old Roman coins there.
Wow, really?
Dan, I hope that plan works out for you, brother. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, Marty, where's that at? Is that up by you?
Wow.
15 minutes from Northwest Illinois. Where that far that is from me.
I'll pick you up on the way there, Bill.
Okay. Marlon, if you can, you always need more machines because they're all different.
Well, Bill, you picked a topic for our M&M show. Come on, brother. What was the topic you picked?
Yeah. We'll zip it on this one. Just a second.
Yeah, it sounds about the same with me here, Dan. Yep. Oh, you are going to Florida hunt? Oh, awesome, Cynthia. I wish I could, but that's just a little too far for me to want to drive. And nope, I ain't getting in the plane. Nope. Here we go to Austin Woods.
Okay, IR back.
Oh,
60
good.
miles west of Rockford. I'm gonna have to look that up. May what? What's the date in May? End of May? Beginning of May?
Yeah, beginning of May. She says late. Cynthia says May 5th through the 7th.
Nah. Dang it. Never know. Hey, Jeff. How you doing?
Hi, Jeff. You gonna try to make it to JHH's event?
Keep digging. You want a Eurotech? It's the same as the Ameritech. I'll sell you one shipped for $130, brand new. But let's see.
Dan, I think you have a problem. I think you need an intervention, buddy.
Yeah, he wants to get the 440 Vanquish too, and I'm going, why? You got a 340 and a 540. That would just be,
You need that middle one, Bill. You need that middle one.
Marlon says he prefers his Xterra Pro over the 600. Yep. Well, it's sitting in their closet, gathering dust. Keep digging. Let me know when you can and if you want to. I had a Nocta Macro pulse dive that I won from the 100 GT sat here for over a year because I couldn't use it. You can't water hunt here in Tennessee, so I sold that to Shane, the blind hunter treasure. Looter 8, Frank, how you doing?
Hey, Frank.
All I know is the guys that have like the Manicord and 900 are saying they're going to get the Xterra as a backup machine because of the price. Mick Robertson, I hope I pronounced your first name right. Check out Mick Robertson. Great channel. Go check him out.
I'll have to after the stream.
You're always lollygagging, Jason. What are you talking about? I mean, I know you got autopilot on them tugboats. You know, they just deliver the logs for you. You're just sleeping all the way down the river. Hey, it is Mike Robertson. Okay, wanted to make sure. Thank you, Cynthia. Yeah, I like that ID scale over the compressed one on the Vanquish too, Marlon. That minus 19 up to 90 is awesome. Because especially if you're used to like your T2 machines like that, it's basically the same scale. We're really close. Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
Oh, come on up, Charlie. I want to hear about this. Swing over some gold. You might change your mind. Yeah, but was that at the beach, Charlie? I want to know. Get up here.
Damn, 5 feet of snow still?
Because I've heard everybody that's tried on the beach has had problems with the VDI just being all over the place. But on solid ground, I was having no problem, except when you've got mixed signals. But then the Vanquish does that too. That's like when on that coat hanger, it was all over the place. Once the coat hanger was out of the way and I went back over the hole, there was something else in there, which is in tomorrow's video. That's right. Mike's got a Tesoro, but he just picked up an Xterra. Got a Tesoro Cibala. Those are great machines too. Tesoro just made great machines. So. I always wanted to get the Big Brother, and I can't remember which one it is. Next one up, same as the Cibola, but it's got a manual ground balance, where Cibola is auto only. Oh, okay, Charlie. Test it in your yard. Well, yeah, but you live in Florida. You got all that sand and stuff there. So. Oh, but you're in northern Florida too. So, Really?
Yeah, it's probably just use your air on Charlie's part.
Well, not only that, you got to remember, was it a gold ring? I mean, it was jewelry, right, Charlie? So was it 10 karat, 14 karat? What was the base metals mixed in with it? Because that's why you got such a wide range in the gold, because they figure you're going for jewelry unless you buy an actual gold machine. So.
Mike, down in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Looter 8. Marlon, look at that. Mike Robertson's in Canada. There you go, guys. Maybe you're close to somebody up there. Oh, good. Charlie's downloading the video. Something to watch later.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, but hopefully, if there is any problems with the VDI readings and stuff on the Xterra, they'll just do an upgrade on it. You can do it right over the computer and fix it. Like I said, I know people on the beach were having problems. The tones were good, but the VDI was just like all over the place. So it's an all Canadian chat. Not quite. Tennessee's about as far as different from Canada as you can, like the Virgin Islands or something. It says Australia? No, they didn't make them in Australia. They always make them up, and they were being made in Malaysia. No. Huh. Put my glasses on and read that later. Maybe that's why the build quality is better. I worked with Aussies building slot machines. They're like American production and build stuff pretty well when they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they used to say, this is pretty true anywhere. When you buy a car, you want to buy one built on a Wednesday. Monday, people are still going through a hangover. Tuesday, they're just getting over it. Wednesday, they're really getting into work. Thursday, they're thinking about the weekend. Friday, that's all they can think about. Canadian mosh pit. Is it full of loonies there, Jason?
Oh, hey, Deej.
Hello, Deej. Glad you had a great time at the event. So Danny's an expatriate. He used to be Canadian. Well, he's Canadian, but he's living in America. Now, Danny, are you a Terrence or a Philip? Oh, I know, Mike. See, this is where Australians are great. Canadians,
Yeah.
You guys love coins. Freaking idiot Americans, they don't like coins. Even though they don't realize, paper money costs a lot more to print. Well, it's not that it costs more to print, it wears out within 5 years.
Yep.
Whereas coins go 30 years or better. So, oh, you're born in the USA. So, yeah, you're an honorary Canuck. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I'd get so stoked when I dug like a Susan B. Anthony or a Sacagawea.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
I love finding dollar coins and $half coins. But Americans, we don't like change. That's because you're morons. Not all of us. Matt, I still plan on conquering Canada someday. You got plastic money now up there, huh? Well, we all do. It's called a credit card, but or are you actually talking coins?
Probably coins.
Well, I know they were talking about, of course, we were too. You keep the penny, make pennies out of plastic. That'd be real smart. I could sit here and counterfeit them all day long on my 3 deeper.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, I know, Mike. It looks like the Aussies.
I love the nickname for their $1 and $2 coins. Looney Toony.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's another reason I want to go to Canada again. So I haven't been there since '95. Yeah. But I was watching a guy with $100 bounty hunter Discovery 1100, but they're in Canada. He made like $37 in like 10 minutes because he's finding loonies and toonies on a soccer field.
Yeah, Mike, I heard about it because of the composition of the Canadian coins. They bring up like trash.
Now that depends on the machine because a lot of your cheaper detectors of entry level are designed to see anything round as a coin, like a Warsher. I know my Digitech, whether it's a Warsher, a Canadian nickel quarter made out of nickel, or an American clad quarter, they'll ring up the same because it's round, about the same size. So that's where your higher end machines, they're kind of built to look for everything. If you want a coin shoot, buy a cheap one. They work great. Because I know I used to find a lot of Canadian pennies and quarters back in California. And oh yeah, I don't know why. At the disc golf courses, I'd find a lot of them. And Mexican coins, which ring up like theirs because they're steel too, and or in part nickel. So.
Matt has a pretty cool nickname for disc golf. Yeah,
$5 a hole, Jim. Yep, analog detectors are monsters on coins. That's true. Well, I love the golf. We had 2 disc golf courses back home, and the first one I really loved because it was in the woods. Most disc golf courses are like, golf courses. This one you had to shoot across ravines and rivers and streams and shit. That was fun.
Yep, frisbee dorks.
Frisbee dorks. Hey, for those frisbee dorks, at the other one, even though I didn't find a whole lot there, those guys, they would actually toss quarters at the base of 4 different scrag oak trees for good luck. Well, I don't know if it helped their game, but it sure helped me when I went metal detecting.
Hell yeah.
I'd get $7, $8 a shot out from around each tree easily. Jim and MB going, I still think the guys who came up with our $2 coins had to have been detectors. Could be. Yeah, Mike, I can see where for you going from analog to your first digital is going to be a huge learning curve. It will be, but you're going to like it, believe me. Try frisbee with a shotgun. Done that, Jim.
I'll try that next time I'm out at the frisbee golf course.
Marlin?
Metal detector. I'll take my gun.
Martin, take a vacation down to Mexico. They got $20 coins. You can find, actually, one time they had $100 coins too. You could get 100, 20s, and 5s. They still make the 5s, I'm pretty sure, and the 20s, but I think they make the 100 anymore. I like it. You get a $20 Mexican coin and it's worth like 80 cents or something like that. It ain't worth a whole lot. Don, how you doing? I need more coffee. Ooh. Ooh.
How you doing? All righty, bud. Take care. Don.
Dumbass cat. See you later. Keep digging. everybody. Yeah, you got that from the Three Stooges, Jim, because I remember we're going to go shoot golf. What do you shoot golf with? A 12 gauge.
Well, there you go, Mike. There's nothing wrong using your phone for shooting your videos. Some of the phones nowadays are actually better than like the GoPros, the knockoffs.
Yeah, iPhones do a great job. And it's like I got a cheap Samsung A03. It does great for doing videos. I tried to do it live with it one day. That didn't work really well, though. But Matt, no. What you do if you're going to go play golf, you want to make sure it's a busy golf course. Now you'll have your balls that are the one color you'll be using. Then you have a few of a different color, so you can start nailing people. That makes it an interesting golf game. Good night, Frankie.
Night, Frankie.
Dude, in or out? Thank you. They got something pretty close, Mike. You can actually put a little thing on the shaft and put a little square camera right on the shaft. So the only thing Jim hated about hunting quail on the shotgun is after you start eating, then you're biting into little pellets. They're a bear to find in those things. And because America's stupid, Jim, when it comes to money. Some things they do, you just look at them and go, why? That's like putting out freaking how many freaking billions of not intended for circulation half dollars that aren't going to be worth anything. They're designed to be collector coins, but they make so many of them, they're worthless.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, Deej.
Right, Deej. Finding goodies too. Hello.
Oh, that Tracy's here. We got to watch that.
Yeah. Well, Jason's here. So you got to hide your beer and your mannequins. So.
And all your sandwiches.
And your sandwiches, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but I just wanted to pop up for a while, BS with you in the chat. It was like these. I could barely keep my eyes open.
Yeah. I'm going to not shut down right now, but I'm going to shut down tonight because it's like 82 degrees in this bedroom. Oh, and the humidity is like 50%. I got an AC unit coming though next week, so
good.
The house has AC, but for some reason it doesn't circulate well in this room. So
yeah, my last house that was the same way. Oh, Charlie's back.
Downloading your video there, Charlie. Come on up.
Yep. All right, Bill.
Okay, thanks for being up here, Mark.
Always, man. Always. Thanks for the invite.
Oh.
Night, all.
Yeah. And topic on M&M stream Thursday will be, do you really need that new detector? Oh, it's still loading. Okay, Charlie. Oh, man. Yeah, it's still plenty to talk about, Mark. Then we'll get to the poop later on in the show. Yeah, the Amityville curse. It's called the Tennessee curse. Yeah, I don't know if Canadians heard it. Tennessee's called the volunteer state. That's because they're too stupid to take a step back when asked to volunteer like every other state did. Hey, you Mike. Yeah, we get lively in here. A little crazy sometimes. Oh, man. I don't mind flies, Jason. We get chiggers down here. Those can get nasty. Oh, and bot flies, too. Those are worse than regular flies. Any Canadians in the chat? Let's see. Marlin, Looter 8. Let's see. Too late for Marty's nuts about digging to be here. So he's got to get up early. Oh, yeah, Jim. Monday's always a day off after Easter Sunday for most people. Let's see. Yeah, that's the only two in here, Mike, that I see right now. Is yeah, Marlin and Looter 8. Or excuse me, Looter 8, not Looter 8. Wildcat. How you doing, Mike? I was taking a hot dog digs. Sorry. Yeah, Mike. Marlin's on at 10:30. Well, my time. For him is FL Thunder Rob out of Florida, and before him is Patton's early show out of Florida at 5:30 a.m. My time, 6:30 Florida time. No, Marty, we're still sorry. Just being there, I've been there. That doesn't count. Of course, I was from California, so for me, the West Coast Canadians love Californians, or they used to, anyways. It's just funny because back in the early days when I went there, none of them really spoke English. They all spoke French Canadian, so never could figure out why they loved us so much. Well, we couldn't understand each other. Come here. Come here. Say hi to everybody, Jasmine. Say hello. 9:49 there. Yeah, you're an hour ahead of me. It's beer o'clock here. It's beer o'clock all the time for you, Jason. Oh, you live right center of the Great Lakes. Okay. Go on. Oh, don't growl at each other. Get in here. Get in here. Come on. I'll tell her hi for you, Cynthia. She's just a little sweetheart. She is loud though. That little girl can just hear her through the whole house. You know it's her. There you go, Jim. It's moonshine time. I could use some of that myself. A couple double shots of moonshine, and the heat wouldn't be bothering me at all. Good night, Marlon. Thanks for coming by, man. Thank you very much. Next time, pop up on the screen. Was watching Popeye in French. Yeah. What I loved about over around Vancouver and over through there is there's a guy that started building bottle houses. Just the bottle houses are just made out of clear glass bottles and concrete. I've only seen 2. Yeah, you're shy, Marlon. But he made 4 before the company went belly up or something. I don't know. Or maybe there's a couple of them. But one I went to was built like a little castle and had a little curved bridge over a brook and a wishing well. It was just great. No, Mike. It's not that they were French. It was the language they spoke back then. And then they gravitated to English. But when I was a kid going up into Canada in the 60s and 70s, that's all they spoke there. You only find 1 or 2 people in any town that spoke English. They all spoke French Canadian. Yeah, Jason, the one I went to was on Vancouver Island, I believe. Been so long. I mean, that was back in the 70s the last time I was there. And I don't even know if I still have pictures of it. Oh, Charlie's going to come up. Hello, Charlie. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. So, tell us your experiences with the Xterra. I want to know what,
I used it all about 5 minutes.
That was it, huh?
Yeah, well, maybe a little bit longer than that, but
didn't like it, huh?
Well, for some reason it could just be the unit that I got, but the upper cam doesn't lock very well. Hi, Loretta. Hey, Jim. Hey, Frank, Marlon, Jason, but Jim, MD Melbourne. Wow. But the thing that got me was I buried some gold in the yard, right? Only like 6 inches. That's the video that I'm uploading right now. It would hit it, but it almost sounded like iron, I guess. It didn't grunt, but it just had a weird tone to it. And the VDIs were just all over the place. You know what I mean? It was just like if I was with that at the beach, I wouldn't dig it because I would see that and hear that and think bottle cap, like rusty bottle cap.
You're in northern Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's pretty sandy soil in your yard?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Everybody I watched that was doing beach hunts, even in beach mode, they were all having jumpy VDI. It was going crazy on them. It's
just nuts. I was just like, this isn't good. Now I did a silver ring, a gold ring, a 10-karat gold ring, a 14-karat gold pendant, and then a men's wedding band, a silver wedding band. Mm-hmm. And it smacked the heck out of the silver. I mean, it just locked right on it. There was no issues there. But the gold, no, not so much.
Well, another thing I remember too is every manufacturer of gold rings or whatever it is, gold uses a different base metal that they mix with to get your 10 karat, 14 karat. So it could be the base metal making it go wacky too. That's why you got such a wide, your gold range starts. Your gold range starts at just above iron and goes all the way up to silver. And it's not because of the gold; it's because the base metals mixed in with the jewelry. But
I'm thinking Marlon's liking his Xterra Pro. I am not knocking it. It could be the unit I got. I might need to have to figure that out, Marlon. I don't know, buddy.
well,
But it's pretty much a turn on and go machine. Like I took and I'm not comparing it to the Manicore, but I ran the Manicore over the same target. I should have got one of the Noxes and swing over it, but I just used the Manicore, and it locked on 12. You know,
yeah,
both targets it locked. Well, the 10K locked on at 12. The 14K, I think it locked on at 14 or 15, one of those two. And then the silver, it hit that pretty easy. And again, I wasn't trying to compare the price. Xterra Pro should have had 5 hertz, 15 hertz, and 40 hertz. Yeah. I think it's just a 5, 10, and 15 you get.
it's 8, 10, 15, and what's the other one? Wait a minute.
For the Xterra Pro,
Yeah, 8
Mine
is for the
came with-
beach.
mine came with 5, 10, and 15. Well, that was in Park 1. I don't know if they change in whatever mode you're in. Like if you're in Park mode, that's what I had 5, 10, 15. I don't know if it changes
Yeah.
if you go to beach mode.
When you use beach, it's 8 kilohertz only.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
That's another thing. Go out and over that gold ring and put it in beach mode and see what happens. Because of the sandy soil. Not so much sand, but you got salt in it too. And I was watching the guy that had like the White's V3i, which is one hell of a machine. And he lives out by the salt flats in Utah.
Mhm.
And that's a deep going machine, and you're struggling to get 8 inches of that thing on a fairly good sized target because of the mineralization in the ground there. And that was with the V3i. So
Yeah, everybody in chat saying 8 for the beach. So
yeah.
I'll give that a shot and see what it does.
Yeah.
I mean, I was so disgruntled with it. I just threw it in the corner and there it's at.
Well, I went out with
Yeah,
mine.
I had no reason buying it in the first place. I just, I'm still learning the Manicore, and then, oh yeah, the guy calls me and says I have one. I'm like, oh okay.
Well, I went out with mine. Like like people saw that watched my video today, which should have been a short. It didn't come out a short. It shows me dig out of a coat hanger, roll it back over the same hole because I got a jumpy signal at the coat hanger.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden I got this nice stable signal, and one spot I went, I bet I know what that is, and it turned out to be a nickel, and I was right because it rang up at like 33 with that
Nice.
extended VDI. So, and then the zinc penny, the first one I hit 60, and the VDI, I knew that was going to be a zinc penny. Yeah, and it was nice and stable. It wasn't all over the place. But everybody in sandy soil or near the salt water, they all said the same thing. It was the tones were right on, but the VDI was like all over the board.
Mm.
So,
Mike Robertson says I have 5 silver rings and they all rang up with different numbers. Yeah, I could see that happening. But
Yeah.
were they all high numbers? I imagine they were going to be high numbers with that.
yeah, they should have been.
Yeah.
Because then again, you got 925 silver. What's the other metal mixed in with it? See, that's every manufacturer's different.
Oh, Marlon's going to get the 900. Yeah, the 900's a great machine. I mean,
Yeah.
they're all good machines. It's just that one, I was just kind of like, what's going on with this thing?
Well,
But I didn't realize about that. I should have tried it in beach mode. I mean, in the yard and just see what it did.
yeah,
But I will tell you that I have a power pole right in the in the yard, and I didn't have any issues with EMI or anything. It was pretty quiet. I had that thing at 25.
I like it. The build quality is better than my Vanquish. It's waterproof. It has a manual ground balance if I want it. Oh, that's another thing. Did you manual ground balance or just let it automatic ground balance?
Manual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because somebody said, "Oh, no, automatic ground balance never works on any machine." Well, that's not true because I know a lot of lights machines have it and they work quite well. And here, I got mineralized soil here in red clay in Tennessee, and I went out and I had no problems using the auto ground balance instead of manual. So,
See, I've never, like when I do my beach hunts with the Noxes, I always leave it in automatic
yeah,
ground balance. Like when you're in beach mode, it goes there automatically.
yeah.
The Panacore, I've seen people ground balance it on the beach, and I tried that, and it was chattery when I hit different areas. You know what I mean? It got chattery, so I just left it in automatic ground balance, and that helped a lot.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I can't remember. Actually, I think it was Pace Streak Super Freak was telling somebody on their sheet, now the auto ground balance does is hinky. And that's not what I've experienced with it. But I guess depending on the area.
Tom says to send him the machine, but send it to the right address this time. Tom. And then Jim's telling me just to send him all the gold. He can come and see if he can find it.
Thanks, Cynthia. Danny says I never ground balance.
Jason taking off? Or Cynthia taking off?
Cynthia's. I gotta grab some coffee. Oh.
Hey, what's going on, Orlando? Cynthia's, yeah. Good night, Cynthia. Danny says he never ground balances. It's Jeff Brewers. Hey, Matt, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, he's been here. He's been lurking. Squirrel, how you doing?
Hey, Squirrel. JP's here. There's John.
Hi, JP. Hi, 717.
You got my picture I texted you. Tom, you talking to me? I don't know. Bill, I don't think you can swing that Xterra because you're pretty tall. And I'm not. I'm only 5'8". But I had the shaft out and it was wobbly. Like the cam wouldn't lock up.
Oh,
So I'd actually push some of the. Yeah.
Mine's solid. Mine's nice and solid.
Huh?
So you gotta I would
Oh,
sit back and get a different one. Yeah. Mine's fine. Yeah.
Russell.
Yeah, there's no wobble in this at all. Nothing. Yeah, I'd call him up and tell him, hey, I got a bad shaft on mine, so
I'd do that, but they'd probably send me a blue pill. Oh boy. Where is this?
well, good. Glad you had a great birthday, Jeff.
This right here, when I'd swing it, it seemed like it would just pop open.
Wow.
I don't know what the deal with that is. So, but I did shorten it a little bit, and it seemed to lock it up a lot better. I do like this though. That deal where you can just slide that where you want it. The pod.
Not only that, it's easy to replace the batteries in those too. There's just a little cup in there with a O-ring around it to seal the water out. You pop that and you can unplug the battery and throw in a new one.
Well, I've never on any of my machines, any of the Noxes, have not had to change any of the batteries yet. Have you had to do any of that?
No, I know some people have, and they're soldered in the other ones. Yeah,
Okay.
Mike, the lower any lower shaft will wobble if you got it out too far, but he's talking the upper one. So.
Yeah, that's where it was wobbling actually because the cam would unlock.
And I'm 6'5", and I got it extended out pretty much all the way, and I got no wobble. So Charlie's got a bad one. Hi, John at Finders Keepers.
I don't think, Mike, that the newer machines, the old Noxes, yeah, they did leak a lot, but I think they really went after addressing all those issues. They pushed the depth to 16 feet from the 10, so I think they really got most of that.
Well, I haven't looked at it.
Hey, John.
Marlon was saying it says made in Australia on the Xterra. instead of made in Malaysia. Let's look at that again. Maybe they got tired of having their vendors screw them over on that stuff. I don't know.
Well, I know that when they first released it, that they were doing a lot of testing over there with the machines. Taking it back to minimize surf and beach faulting, walk from the water to the beach and back to the water. There are waves of mineralization under the sand. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I've yet to pull that thing up onto the or take it out to the beach. Like I said, I unboxed it, put it together, and took it in the front yard, and then was just like, oh, okay. Charlie, did you check the screws in the lock to see if they are not tight enough? Well, there's no screws on these. It's just a cam lock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's not talking Danny. It's just the shaft one, not the one on the handle of the control unit.
Yeah. Well, like the 700 and the 900 and the Manicord, there's their cam locks are on the side where you actually have a screw. You can tighten it up a little bit. Well,
yeah.
Are we allowed to have opinions on machines tonight? Don't want to be a Francis. You sure can, but I do you have a problem with that, Bill?
No.
There you go, John.
Say whatever you want about a machine. I don't care.
What about the Tesoro? No, that was one machine I never got to swing. Have you swung a Tesoro there, Bill?
Yeah, sort of.
Before they went out of business?
Machines. Yeah, they made great machines. Simple. Everybody they didn't go digital. Well, they did have digital machines. They just had the same kind of screen. They're a simple old style single row screen, but some of those things would hit, quarter 14, 15 inches, no problem. So
really?
Yeah. The one he's talking about, Cibola, the Vaquero, which is a bigger brother. The only difference is Cibola's automatic ground balance only, and the Vaquero had a manual ground balance, which would give it a lot more depth. So, yeah, because Tesoro never had a great auto ground. I mean, it worked, but you'd lose a lot of depth with it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Jim saying all Mind Lab testing is done at Mind Lab headquarters in Adelaide, South Australia. It could possibly be made here because we don't get along too well with China no more. I thought I saw some videos though when the Xterra Pro, and I could be wrong, Jim, but I thought they were showing it over there in Asia somewhere. People were using it.
Yes, they were showing it over there, but they weren't even. They were built in Malaysia, anyways. If you look at the old boxes and stuff on your Mind Lab, it said made in Malaysia, which is like even worse than China. Because I was in the stream, we were reading that, and some guy from Malaysia was going, I was going to buy a Mind Lab until I saw it was made in my country, and we make crap, so I'm not going to buy one. That pretty much tells you, But I know that's where the Vanquish were made, and I tell you, the build quality. Robster's here. He's saying hi, Chuckles.
Yeah, he's got company over.
Okay, Rob.
John saying you can navigate the GB, the Tihan, and Vanquish to get some nice depth, but they become falsy.
Yeah. But,
Jim says they stopped using China because they started making copies. You can see that happening.
Oh, yeah, that happened with Garrett, everybody that went over there.
Yeah.
Steel chainsaws. That one called the Forester. Looks just like a steel because they're made in the same factory.
Well, they got that Garrett carrot that looks pretty identical. You got to be careful.
Yeah, because I know it's really weird. They made one called an MD250 metal detector. Looks just like the Ace 250. What was happening? Garrett is more into their wands and their walkthrough.
Later, Matt. Go ahead.
So the detectors are kind of like second place now for Garrett. That's behind their money makers. Well, when they get big orders, they'd call up China and go, okay, we need so many of these, and China would make more. And so one of these guys bought this MD250 machine, opened it up. There's a Garrett circuit board in there. You can see where they took a grinder and ground the Garrett name off of it that they'd made for Garrett, and they had extras, so they just made the machines and sold it as a
Wow.
John was my initial impression. I like it. I mean, yeah, it's a simple turn on go machine, but you do have adjustments, threshold, tones, everything you really need. It's way better built than the Vanquish. I know guys are having problems with the beaches with them in the 8 kilohertz mode, but that'll probably just take a software upgrade and fix that. But
Now, Bill, do you think they would do a software update with this thing?
Oh, I'm sure they will, because it says you can update it. Just plug it into your computer and update it. So they will. I'm positive. Once they get enough feedback, because that's the only bad thing I've heard is people in the sandy soil so far. Yeah.
Do you feel like it gets nose heavy?
Actually, my Vanquish is more nose heavy. Slightly, the 12-inch coil makes it slightly nose heavy. The Vanquish was really nose heavy compared to this one, but you get used to it.
Yeah. Well, I haven't tried it yet, but you suppose that you can use the Knox coils on it, so you can use the 600 and 800 coils on it.
Yep, you sure can.
So you can put that 6-inch coil in, I guess. Give that a shot.
I've seen one guy do it. I think it was Juice had 6-inch coil on it one day. I'm not positive, but I did see somebody using it. So what I'm waiting for is one they'll put out, because I don't want to pay $200 for a 6-inch coil.
Yeah.
And the Xterra, since the same coil as the Vanquish, they make an 8x5, which I'd rather have because it gives you a little more sweep area, but narrower in width by an inch.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do the same thing with it, and it'd be half the price. So I'll just wait for that one to come out.
Mike wants to know if anybody uses the XP MI4 pinpointer. I have not tried that one yet.
Everybody I know uses the newer XP6, but the XP4 was a good one, as far as I know, because that is a pulse induction, if I remember right.
Danny says was wondering if you could use the 700 coil on the XT Pro. I would think so. I mean, if you can use you could use the 6 and the 8 on the 7 and 9. So
yeah,
you'd probably be all right there.
We did that with the Vanquish. Not only did they make the connector different, but I was thinking, okay, what if you get an adapter made? Because they did that for other companies that have a plug-in or a screw-on. You can buy the adapter so you can change it around that way. And I looked it up, and they said, no, Vanquish did something to the coils where the Vanquish coil, even with an adapter, will not work on a Equinox, or vice versa. It's like, you jerks. Yeah, he likes the MI6. Yeah, that's a really good one. I know that.
Jim saying, are you sure about that, Bill? I thought you could only use the Knox 800 coils on the 900, not the Xterra. See, I thought I saw videos where you could use the Knox coils with the Xterra.
Yeah, that's what they say to me. You can use the Knox coils. What it is, it's the headphones. You can only use the ones for the 7 and 900. You can't use the 8 and 900 headphones with the Xterra.
Yeah, I tried that. It did not pair.
Yeah, it won't pair, but it's only so I don't understand why they did that with the headphones, but then the coils are all interchangeable. That just doesn't make sense to me. But
well, take it easy, Russell.
Bye, Russell. But then, like I said, you go buy a
Hey,
set
Frank, Mr. Metal Detecting.
You go buy some $20 earbuds, and you get yourself a low latency aptX sending unit that plugs into because it's got a headphone jack on it. Plug that in there. Because I thought it came with Bluetooth, but they don't.
No, I tried. Yeah, I tried that, thinking I'd get around it because the 6 and 800, I could pair my Sony headphones to it, and then I have these other ones, these Cohens that I liked a lot. and I could pair those to the 6 and 800, but I can't pair it to the Xterra. That's for sure.
But you can't use the Xterra coil on Nox. I don't know, John. I haven't heard that, but it could be true. MineLab
Yeah.
built something into where you can't do it. So, well, see, I can understand that because the Xterra coils are going to be cheaper. So I don't want you to buy a cheaper coil for a more expensive machine because then you won't buy the expensive coils for the expensive machine.
Mm.
You know. Oh, Mr. Metal Detectors. Yeah, Danny's.
Have you got?
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask you, have you gone out and get some swinging in then, or just around the house, or
Just around the house? I'm like Rob. I'm without a car. I got permission down the street, but I can only go on the farm when the guy's here, and he's gone for 2 weeks. So I got to wait for him to come back. Hi, Grandma Kelly. Thanks for stopping.
hey, Grandma Kelly.
Hi, Pigeon Blood Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. Pigeon Blood Ruby. Those are great. Great pinpointers. For one, they go deeper because they're pulse induction. Only take a couple AA batteries instead of a lousy, expensive 9-volt.
So John says my F pulse was a falsing nightmare, which was disappointing since I loved the feel of them.
Yeah, a lot of people had a problem with the F pulse.
Huh.
Pulse. Mine was an F pulse. I've got another one pinpointer around here. As soon as you get that thing near the ground, it starts going off. So, but then I learned it was, I can't remember who makes it. It's got like 27,000 settings on it. And it's like manual ground balance. Wherever you're using it, you've got to ground balance it. And so then if 10 feet away, if the ground's different, so I quit using that one. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh, got a
Pigeon Blood Ruby says I have the new version, no issues. Get that frequency shift. Yeah, works with the Manicore. Huh. I had the what is it called? There was a Garrett, I forgot, Pro. It was a black one.
Black
and
one,
then then I tried out that just because I couldn't believe the price on it, that Dr. Otech or something like that. They had a pinpointer. Yeah. I tried that thing. And then then I picked up the Garrett and it was just like the Carrot, and just that's where I stayed.
Yeah. Well, I got a Detonex that I really like, but once it dies, I'm going to switch to the Garrett Carrot because they don't make this one anymore. So, which really sucked.
Pigeon says, Danny Boy says the pulse type pointer is not as good on land use pointer. Way too big to use on land. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny, even when you swap out and you put the that straight rod on it instead of the coil looking one.
Yeah, I had one. They're pretty long, man. I mean,
Jim says, Charlie, the pinpoint I want from you, no matter what I do, will only vibrate. What am I doing wrong? Have you tried programming it, Jim?
Read the little book that came with it, Jim.
If worst comes to worst, Jim, it's a Garrett product, so you should be able to just return it to them, and they'll send you another one, or they'll figure out what's wrong with it. But I can't imagine. I mean, it's brand new from Amazon when it went to you, unless they sent you the orange, whatever that one from China. But I don't think that's the case.
Sure. Wait a minute. Ruby, no, the pulse type is not for water only. You can use it on land. It's just bulky. But I mean, I had one. You get the 4-inch, the 8-inch coil, straight shaft, and they tell you it's all around pinpointer, but they're just you just don't get the depth out of them. You do a regular pinpointer. I noticed that. It's like the bigger coil on it doesn't go any deeper than the small coil. It just gives you more coverage.
I seen one video, and the guy, both the guys digging were using it. It looked like a long pencil. And it had a coil come off the back of it, but they would not say what it was. I thought that was interesting.
Oh, the one with the cord off the back?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
E-Trax. MindLab E-Trax had a built-on pinpointer. It was actually built into the machine. It was wired into it.
Oh.
Yeah. So when you see it, if it's an older detector, some of them had pinpointers wired right into the unit. Yeah, I'm 6'5" too, Mike. Yeah, that's why I like it. It stretches out nice and solid. Charlie's got one with a bad, lock or shaft. He needs to set it back.
Yeah, because I'm 5'8" and that thing is one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it shouldn't be loose at all, man.
John says the Sunray probe is the old ones. Maybe I'm not sure what they were using, but they wouldn't say what it was.
I use mine on Landry. It works. It's just, it was designed as an all-around pinpointer for land or on the water. So, because I know other people that use them in both. So.
That might be it, John. It might have been those two guys. It's just crazy. And, obviously competition's good for everybody. Like MindLab and Nokta going back and forth. Dr. Leak, with the new version of the Legend, is going to be all carbon fiber shaft. The cuffs redone. I don't know what else they did, but they're actually giving people that have the Legend the ability to get the new carbon fiber shaft. So
cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
John says Sunray gives the same tones as a machine, just heavy hanging off the machine. Yeah,
anything to add to your machine is going to add weight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I always saw these ones where you can buy this clip, so you can clip your pinpointer right to the shaft. Why do you want to carry a heavy pinpoint? You don't need more weight out there.
Pigeon says, I watched Paystreak Super Freak use a Nokta Pulse Dive. It's not designed for land use.
Actually, and you can buy it without the 4 or 8 inch round coils or land if you want to. So
yeah, they come. I mean, I've never used it.
Yeah.
It's still in the box.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I sold mine to Shane, the blind treasure hunter, because in Tennessee, the Tennessee Valley Authority, you go near the water with the detector, they snag the detector and fine you, and you don't get the detector back.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. It's the weirdest thing in the world.
I better pass that information on to my brother because he's in Tennessee and he's gotten into a couple creeks.
Oh yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Nope. You can magnet fish, but you can't metal detect. Yeah, any waterways that I know of, I mean, it's been a law for a long, long time. That's a big no-no.
So this would be the setup for land, right?
Yep.
With the black cap on it?
You can take the black cover off because that's just a cover over the yellow pinpoint.
What is it? I don't even know how you do that.
Twist. Yeah.
Not that black thing doesn't come off, Bill.
Yeah, it does because you can't put your round coils on if it doesn't come off.
Well, that
is look to see if there's a yellow tip still in the box. Just a yellow straight tip.
Now there's this thing.
No, that's your 4-inch coil. Okay,
Yeah.
that black piece, because right before the thunder, so yeah, see how it twists? Everything twists in. So That black cover should twist off or just pop off. I don't remember. And there'll be a yellow straight tip underneath it. If it's not in the box, it's still attached.
I have no idea. I mean, this thing's never even been used. There's this for, I guess that's for water or land.
An extra cap.
Land use only. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
different cap.
See, pigeon blood ruby, land use only.
Danny says that
Danny's
kind of
got one that says his is stuck on too. Yeah, they're pretty hard to get off. And actually, you got to be real careful when you change the coil too. But yeah, Rob of Florida Thunder, before he got rid of his, he was showing us one night in Zoom. He goes, "This thing can't pick up nothing." And then he held up the yellow pinpoint part in his hand. I go, "Rob, the black piece is just a cover. There's nothing under it. That's why you're not picking anything up."
So you're saying this piece is supposed to come off, huh?
Turn around. Let me see the end of that one. Okay, no, that is yours is black. Mine was yellow. Okay, that is your actual tip. But you should have a cover that goes over.
Oh, the cover was white.
No.
Yeah.
Mine had a cover that went over the long section too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I am not sure.
But mine was backwards. The tip in mine was yellow and the cover was black. That's why I thought it was just a cover on it. But no, that's your pinpointer. But you twist out and twist in your 4-inch coil.
I don't know. I probably never know.
Danny, your cover must be black with a yellow pinpoint too. I hate it when they do things like that, make them different colors so for the same thing.
I guess I could do the unmanly thing and read the instructions.
That might not be a bad idea. I mean, to me, I know Shane will get a lot of use out of it. Underwater, where you're not, especially in streams, stuff isn't usually that deep anyways. But I just did notice that for a pinpointer, they don't have, when you got an 8-inch coil and you're only getting 4 inches of depth, that's not a lot, on a quarter size object.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ruby, that's what I'm talking about. Charlie doesn't seem to have his. Jim Steele, last result, read the directions. I think he's got to find him first there, Jim, but
I'm just trying to fit this stupid thing back in the box now.
Oh yeah, that's what I hated about him too. It all goes in real easy, so you want to put that coil back in.
Right?
If
They can only go there one way.
if you don't have everything in it perfect, it won't close. Been there.
My buddy Dave get to use the Nemo tonight. He called me up. He had a ring recovery, and it was about 8 feet deep. So he hit me up and asked if he could borrow the Nemo, and he was able to get the recovery done. So that was pretty cool. Frank turning these directions on where the directions are. Oh boy.
Jim, it may even have pictures.
The sad thing it does. I just looked. Paco, what's up, brother? Plugs for Days is here, Jim. Bill.
Yep. Elvis is in the building.
I hate 9-volt batteries, and I'll be detecting on saltwater beaches. So the Fisher Tech F Pulse was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's one thing I hated about your older detectors, 2 9-volt batteries, and before that, anywhere up to like 18 D batteries. Hey, they were
Mm.
fucking heavy.
Yeah, that could get expensive.
Well, batteries weren't that costly back then. They just didn't last real long compared to the new
Mhm.
ones. So, but when you're lugging around, 18 9 volts just to run the machine, or not 9 volts, but D batteries to run the machine, then you got backups in case you're out there all day and you got them in a pouch. That gets freaking heavy. The machine's already heavy empty because it's all steel and no arm cuff. That's what I really hated about the first one. Just a freaking handle.
Yeah, yeah.
That sucked.
Plug says I've been tumbling coins. I don't even want to dig any more clad.
Yeah, Plugs was burping up barbecue an hour and a half ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that boy looks like he could throw it down on the grill for sure.
Yeah, pulse induction works better than red dirt. But, multi-frequency works just fine in red dirt too.
Wow, John, really?
No, he's lying. Went back to the AT Pro.
I wouldn't think he'd give up that Manticore or the D2.
Yeah, he is.
Does anybody play COD? Call
Don't
of
even know
Duty.
what that is.
I haven't played games in a while. I have that PS5. I used to play Destiny a lot, Destiny 2, but I haven't really played video games in a long time. But they're fun. I got that. I think something Hogwarts thing. They said that was pretty good. When I started detecting before Radio Shack went out of business, I bought it. Boxes of 24.9 for the TK figures are longer on the beach before I bought the Knox in 2019.
Yeah, I used to play video games, but with arthritis, trying to use a controller anymore, it just doesn't work. So I quit playing video games a long time ago. Troll and Bill Stream attack. That wasn't even trolling. I mean, trolls are kind of smart there, John. And that was a no-brainer that you get rid of the Manticore to go back to an AT Pro.
Yeah, Mike, I said I wanted one, and well, the wife got it for me.
You still got two, or did you get rid of the other?
Jim, Call of Duty, isn't that the bathroom? Paul, Jim.
Charlie, did you sell the other Manticore yet, or?
Nope. I've started reaching out to people about if they wanted to still participate in it. A couple are. Haven't heard back from a few. I still got to get out to everybody else. And if we collect everything, then probably do it on Rob's stream on Sunday. We'll have a race for those 17 people, and somebody will get the Manticore, get their hands on one, and somebody will get $100.
Yeah, just don't send them the Xterra Pro in this place. You'll have somebody really pissed off on it.
Yeah, Jim says the last game I played was Space Invaders. Not sure if it was Frogger around the same time period. Those were both great games, Jim. I remember those games. No, Pac, I'm not doing that. Yeah, John, I'll be getting with you, buddy.
God.
Oh, those were good times back then. Arcades.
Yep.
Arcade machines. Younger know what those are.
Yep.
Yeah, pinball machines. Remember those?
Yep. They're making a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Love pinball. Yeah, go down to the arcade, man, with a couple rolls of quarters and spend the day, man.
You know what the problem is now? We get those roller quarters and search them.
Yeah. I'll try to find an arcade anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Marty
yeah,
was addicted to Metal Gear Solid. I remember that game. That's with Snake, I think they called him.
yeah.
And another good game, it's kind of ironic, was Dig Dug. Remember that game?
Hmm.
No?
I don't remember that one.
Mm.
Asteroid, Frogger,
Yeah.
Pac-Man, all those.
Mm-hmm.
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders, right? Love me the Playboy pinball machine. I mastered that one.
God, there was one. It was like, what the hell was it? It was like Star Wars. Started with a Z or an X. I don't remember what. The freaking store I worked at, Graveyard grocery store, where it had one sitting up front. So, I mean, I'm always over at that machine when nobody's in the store playing the damn thing.
King Kong. You mean Donkey Kong?
Yeah, Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Frank. Burger Time, I remember that one. Paperboy. There was a lot of them. I remember a lot of those games.
Oh man, there were so many different video
Yeah,
games.
Pigeon Blood, that's true. Up, down, down, left, right, left. Unlimited lives, yeah. Remember those codes? Jim. Plug says, I tumbled $50 in quarters at the first. Where's the pink aquarium gravel? Guess what color the quarters are.
Pac-Man.
Hey, Bill.
Mario Brothers.
Yep.
Some good ones.
Pole Position was one. That racing game. Stargate. I think it was called Stargate.
Star something. I remember that.
Duke Nukem on floppy. I remember that.
There was lots of them.
Mm-hmm. Tyson's Punch Out. That was the game. Galaga. Yeah, that was another good one.
Yeah.
Elevator Action. I don't remember that one.
And that one, yeah. Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Oh,
hello, David. ACDC Pinball. Yep. Hi, Patty.
Oh, Patty.
I think Mike just did. You know what? You were talking about changing the batteries, Bill. Mike just did a video on that. I think changing out the battery. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it. That's what I was talking about. That was great.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Whoa. The freaking chat is screaming by.
Trevor, how you doing, Robert?
No, I was in the wrong place. That's why. Hello, Trevor. And,
I need to go see some of Mike's videos on that. I know he's been doing a few on the Xterra Pro. Go look at some of those, baby. He's got some tricks and tips. I mean, straightforward machine, really, out of the box, you know?
Yeah. Oh, last one I just looked at, Galaxian. That was one I was thinking. One of them.
Yeah, Galaxian was one. Yeah.
David Frazier.
Yeah.
You're gonna
He
like
said
it,
he's going to get in the pro on Wednesday.
Of course, if you're a beach hunter, you might not. I'm not sure on that.
I'm going to take it to the beach and see what it does.
Yeah,
I'm just-
take it because, like I said, I've only seen a couple or three, and they all struggled at it at the beach with the VDI,
Mhm.
because it was all over.
I think Treasure Outdoors just did a video about that too on the beach. He had
was
that.
one of them. Yeah,
He had that, the Vanquish, and what else? The Legend.
yeah.
And he was testing all three of those on some stuff. But he was having problems.
Yep. He was having problems. Who else? Somebody else was too.
Dry Sand Treasure Magnet. Tom, you keep asking, buddy. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing.
You don't like it? Just send it to me.
Uh-huh.
Only $3.95.
Plus the right address there, Tom. Oh, Mikey's asking for the wrench. Mike's asking for the wrench there, Bill. So you can check out some channels.
Who's asking for it?
If he signals Mike,
Oh, okay. Hang on. 222.
Pigeon says, if he signals, I'm traveling overseas and I need spares. I spoke to Mind Lab Asia, and whoa, very expensive, and I don't know how they would mail parts to me.
You're now got your wrench there.
There you go, Mike.
You should be blue.
And Frank, Mr. Metal Detectors would like the wrench as well there, buddy.
Which one?
Frank, the Mr. Metal Detectorist.
Oh, okay. Mr. Metal Detector.
There you go, Pigeon. Mike says he has some extras.
There you go.
John says, Mike, a wrench? This place is going to crumble. So have you done any testing with yours, Bill?
No, I haven't. I'm going to do that tomorrow. If the weather was just so crappy here today, I didn't get out. If it's the same again tomorrow. Just some testing out on the patio because, man, it was like 85 degrees and 85% humidity today. Yesterday it was like 60 degrees, 30% humidity. You know, nice. Yeah, that's what they. I mean, the weather here. The weather here in Tennessee is such a yo-yo.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Ask your brother. He'll tell you, man. It's like if you sitting here and look out, it's 80 degrees, and 5 minutes later, it's 27 and sleet and ice. It's like, it's insane. Some days you just go, wow.
You really need to get with him, Bill. He's in your neck of the woods, and he's been finding some crazy stuff.
I know that cap and ball revolver, Civil War.
Yeah.
Saw that.
He's found.
Yeah,
he found that. What was it? A breastplate or a belt buckle? He's been finding some crazy stuff.
Yeah, some great stuff. I talked to him in Rob's stream Sunday, I think it was, and said, "Yeah, I can go out now." So I'm going to get hold of him and go, "Hey, I can't drive and I don't have a car, so." But
and he'll come get you.
Yeah.
You'll be big pimping in his Lincoln. You got that town car.
Oh, There you go. Hey, that's styling. Yeah, there's a lot of history around here. I just wish they'd open up public grounds, but they won't do it. So,
He's finding this stuff like right in his backyard, like the wood line. He's been finding a bunch of crazy stuff.
yeah, it's like
Marty said severe storms and tornado watch tonight here. Ooh.
ooh, see, man, I saw a tornado come close here, and it's like, California had the fires and earthquakes, but we knew when those were coming, and the freaking tornado, it's over there. The next thing is instantly here. It's like, nah, I don't want to see that.
Frank, it's what's in the plug? Metal detecting or something like that. Oh, David, parks are off limits in his town.
Yep, parks, any public grounds off, water's off limit for metal detecting. You can magnet fish it. The only thing here, the closest public property I can do here is 65 miles away, and it's only at the beach because it's the Army Corps of Engineers beach built at a lake. You can't go in the lake. You can't do the park. You can only do the beach.
Wow, so it's pretty much private permissions over there, huh?
Yep. And even then, to go do that, it's a $25 permit to go hunt that beach.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's like, no, that ain't happening. Yep, parks off limit. Yep. That's happening more and more places too. Back home, like Gary's metal detecting. One reason he got out of California, he's retired, and he lived in Susanville, and he liked to go over to Chico and some of the other big cities. And they all made it illegal to metal detect. Yeah, and they had some huge parks and stuff over there, and that's nuts. It's like, why? Well, they weren't bothering anybody. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that. David Fraser says you can detect, but you can't dig. Well, that's when you make yourself a brass probe. What you do is you heat it up, flatten the end, and curl it over so you can probe with it and then pull coins out or snag stuff.
Mm-hmm. I know that Rob Las Vegas had that same problem. They're not allowed to dig either.
Yeah. Or like in Auburn, Gary did it, and I did it in Roseville. They have places. Oh yeah, you can detect, you can't dig. Well, you talk to the greenskeeper, and some of them will go out with you and they'll let you use a hand trowel, but not a shovel. And if you can show that you can make a nice plug, they'll let you anyways, even though they're not supposed to. You got to show them that you can do it. So.
Right. Flex says one day we'll be just dreaming of detecting any public properties. It sounds like it's starting to head that way, man.
Well, see, Dirk Claude, what I don't understand is you can't metal detect the waterways, but you can magnet fish in Tennessee. That just blows my mind right there. And tell your brother too. I didn't even think about that because the law even reads because all waterways are owned by the Tennessee Valley Authority, even if they're on public or private property, which still makes it illegal. And even if it's a dry riverbed, doesn't have to be water.
Wow.
It's a riverbed.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I was reading up on it going, and they are nasty. It's like a $5,000 fine. They confiscate your equipment. You do not get it back. But you can go out, I was saying, well, they're not worrying about you blowing things up because all your old Civil War bombs that could be down in there made of cast iron, and you're going to be snagging that with a magnet. So it can't be something like that. It's like, I don't get it, but
that's what do you do, Bill? I mean, you're pretty much cut off from everything.
Yeah, except for private property.
Right.
Hey,
but even on that private property, if they have a dry wash bed, you can't even go in it.
But by law,
technically, you're not supposed to, anyways.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
But they got so many weird laws here. Like, okay, California. Say I got an electric bike with pedals that could do 30 miles an hour. Don't need a license. Don't need insurance on the street.
Rob.
in California and a lot of other states. In Tennessee, anything with a motor on it has to be licensed for the street. You have to have a license and insurance. Except if through the electric bikes are under 50 cc, you can ride them on the sidewalk. But then the thing is, your brother will tell you this too. You'll be going 4 or 5 blocks down a road. The next block, there's no sidewalk. The next 4 or 5 blocks will have sidewalk. Then again, no side. So in other words, okay, well, you can ride that electric bike or gas-driven mini bike on the sidewalk, but because that block doesn't have any sidewalks, it's illegal to take it through there. So they'll nail you for it. It's like,
Wow. Your state's pretty uptight. I'm sorry.
it is. They got some weird freaking laws here.
Oh man.
But that's not.
John says you can't be tracked, but it's okay for people to let their dogs poo all over the place.
It's only like here. It's Nashville, Clarksville, and Montgomery County. Now you go down to the southern part of the state or east. Hell, it's all open to metal detecting, except for the water, Tennessee Valley Authority. But so it just depends where you are in the state. You know, I don't know why they're so uptight here in Montgomery County, but they are.
Metal AF, how's it going?
Hi, Connie.
Can you say coin? Jim says technically stealing is illegal, but the government does it anyways.
Oh yeah, because they make the
Hi,
laws,
Connie.
which they're exempt from their own laws. So that's the one that always gets me. We make the laws, but we don't have to follow them.
Right.
The laws that really get me is like, okay, diplomatic community. You ever see the movies where diplomatic communities, some guy shoots somebody, but because he's from another country and he's a diplomat, he can get away with it?
Yeah, that was in one of the Lethal Weapon movies.
Yeah, that's actually true. They can do that, but they can get nailed for a DUI, but not for shooting somebody. Yeah, I was reading that one day that they made it. Even if you have diplomatic immunity, that does not keep you from getting a DUI and having to go through the.
But you can murder people.
Shoot somebody. You know, America's got some of the dumbest freaking laws.
Wow.
Trade lap dances for.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think so, Bugs. Oh, you know, they come up with weird laws just because it helps keep their job. I just put
Rob's asking for that link there, buddy. Jim says we should have a big demonstration and have the machines all switched on while we march. DMI would drive those rats out of their office. That's not a bad idea.
Okay, Rob, it's there. Hello, Rob. This Monardo moment.
Mm-hmm.
Brought to you by Boone's Farm. Oh.
The real rulers are hidden behind the curtain.
No, they're not. Back on it. What is it?
Robbie, drop the link for you, bud.
Yeah, I put it in there, Rob. The real rulers are. You ever watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
I have not watched that one.
Well, if you watch it, mice rule the universe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. How you doing, Rob?
Howdy, guys. My buddy Steve just left, so saw you guys were still on, so I pop in.
Yeah, we got a few minutes before we shut
I heard
down.
some good metal detecting conversation tonight.
Yeah, it was good.
I saw Troy
No
had
sweat allowed.
What'd you have up on screen, Troy? Was that the Xterra you had up there?
Yeah, yeah. I'm uploading that video. Oh, I was telling you about the gold not ringing too good. So that was uploading, but I figured out how to open up a new tab while that was doing that and jumped up here real quick.
No, Tony, puppet masters would be the real rulers. It's the politicians that they're.
We crashed and burned in trivia.
Oh yeah.
They gave us 4 countries. They gave us Japan, China, France, and the United States, and then they gave us 4 numbers, and you had to match up the numbers to which country held how many Olympics. We didn't do well on that one.
I wouldn't do well on that one. I know that.
We all got the United States right at 8, but we didn't get China, Japan, and France right. Plugs, I got to slurp at the top. Good coffee, Bill. But yeah, we had a good time. Two sets of our neighbors were there, and then my buddy Steve came down. Yeah, we had a fun night.
Oh good.
My buddy Steve, he didn't come in the house last week after we played. He just went home because we had 2 dogs here, and Steve's not a doggy guy. It's Mr. MD Melbourne.
Yeah.
Oh no, Jim. I'm sorry about that, buddy. I will still order. I love MindLab's products. It's their marketing and sales that I hate. I won't pre-order again. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, I will never pre-order again. I'll buy their machines. I love their product, but the way they went about with in my opinion, with the Manicore, having people pre-order and then sending it out to the box stores was not right.
And they're still doing that because look, Bill just got his.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's still people waiting for their Manicore. I mean,
Yeah.
And they ordered in September.
Damn.
My
You can go to Cabela's and order it.
my metal detecting store that sponsors my channel, they don't have exteriors or Manicores in yet, but yet Bill got his in already.
Where'd you get yours from, Bill?
Bass Pro.
See, it's not right.
Big box store, Charlie.
It's not right.
The second ones went to the big box stores. The first one went to a lot of little guys because the first time I could have grabbed it was a guy, Epic Adventures, off of Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even have. He's not even listed anywhere else, just on Facebook. So,
Oh, good, Jim.
but it's like the second round, they hit Cabela's, they hit Bass Pro, Dick's Sporting's good.
Well, either way, I think what they should have done is given even the just the dealers, the people that we support, give them X amount of pre-orders. You can have 100 pre-orders, everybody get 100 pre-orders or whatever, 10, 15, 20, whatever the number is, right? And if they get those pre-orders, guarantee those slots to be so people will get their hands on them. Because they made the dealers look horrible. And the dealers get pissed. What's that say? I'm either metal detecting, about to go metal detector, or thinking about metal detecting. That is a good shirt there, sir.
Denise saw that in the store the other day when she was shopping, so she came home and brought me that as a little surprise. I love it.
That's nice.
I mean, it's not straight out of Butter Gooey's, but
Yeah, that's right. But I am out of Butter Gooey. Plug says, well, back in the day, you had to take a class to sell MindLab products. Not anymore.
Well, Plugs is right, though. My dealer is pissed at MindLab for that. Plugs, I'd imagine there's a lot of dealers, including Charlie's and mine, that are pissed.
Yeah. I know Heath will never do a pre-order sale for MindLab again. Not after that.
David Fraser, I still got my 705, and I'm pretty sure. Yep, and I was just going to say, I bet Jim still has his, and he does. That's how Jim, MD Melbourne, and I first kind of hooked up on YouTube, as we were both using 705s.
Mm.
John says there, it's not fair for the small guys to have to pay thousands of dollars.
Absolutely.
That's the Hunter GT quit. He goes, yeah, all of a sudden they wanted me to buy 2 of their top line machines and this and that before they'd send me anything. Like,
Yeah, that's not right.
Plus, they changed some other stuff too. So, you know, there's quite a few small guys that dropped the Mind Lab.
Yeah,
I don't
when Blind Shane was here last month, I gave him my Knox 800 for the beach, and I went out there with my Xterra 705. And of course, I didn't know what the hell settings was I in, so I wound up in all metal mode. But I got 8 tent stakes that night, canopy stakes, which I don't normally get because it was in all metal mode.
A company in Europe dropped Mind Lab for this crap. My dealer wouldn't tell me which company though. Yeah.
Why would you? I just don't know why you'd want to tick off your dealers.
I don't know.
That
Jim
could
says
be,
it's found
Jim.
more silver with the 705 than the Knox. Could possibly be there with more silver in the ground though.
Yeah, when I first started metal detecting, you didn't need a good metal detector. There was so much silver in the ground. But, you know, that was a long time ago, too.
See you later, Frank.
Night, Frank.
Because you might have been 100 metal detectors in all California back then. So, you know, not 100 or 200 in just one town.
You know, it's funny, Bill. My buddy Steve was here tonight. My best friend Steve. His dad was a pretty adventuresome guy way back in the day, and he was telling me when he was a little kid in the 70s, him and his dad and his brother went on a lot of treasure hunting trips. His dad had an early metal detector. I think it was an old White's, and he would get those. He'd get the monthly metal detecting magazines that they had all the, you know, hey, go check out this ghost town in New Mexico, or go check out this old mine, and they drive out there and do that stuff. He says they did all kind of metal detecting adventures out west with his dad in the 70s.
See, that'd be cool. I think that would be awesome to be able to do that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't think Mind Lab's in any trouble of failing, but they're just, why are you alienating your dealers?
Another thing is, do they make any stuff for like, you know, airport stuff like that? Or are they strictly, you know, metal detectors?
That's a good question, Bill.
Because it's like
I know
Garrett.
Garrett makes a lot of airport stuff and handheld
They're
stuff.
the number one seller of that stuff. So now their detectors are taking a back seat. First Texas, which owns Bounty Hunter, Technetics, and Fisher. Bounty Hunter is still the number one seller around the world because you can buy one so cheap. You know, and all the big box stores carry them. So they're not hurting.
Thank you, Tony. That's what it was, Tony. Thank you.
But you get a company like Mind Lab or Nocta Macro that's all they do is make metal detectors and stuff for treasure hunting or LiDAR stuff. It could easily, or like,
And you know what, Bill? That may be why Garrett doesn't feel the need to put out a new detector every year, because probably a certain section of their company's concentrating on the commercial stuff.
well, think about it. Every time you go through an airport or any place like that, it's a Garrett wand, it's a Garrett walkthrough. That's where their money, they make their money.
I mean, look how big that division had to explode since 9/11.
Yeah.
Hey, LV.
Hey,
Hi,
LV.
LB. Yeah.
Davis
So,
says I have the 7-inch Mars Lion dual frequency 318 kilohertz coil. Love it.
you know. So I mean, you look, Tesoro went out of business because they had the
Yeah,
digital.
Metal AF said the same thing. Security since 911.
Yeah.
If you were in the metal detection business at 911, you had to get an explosion in commercial sales.
Yeah. But
yeah, my guy Detector Warehouse, who's got branches in California and Texas, he doesn't even have the Xterra listed on his website yet.
yeah. Well, a lot of guys that do have it listed sold out or pre-order only. It's just everybody got. I think the guy at Epic Adventure said he got 2 in, then he was getting 2 more. So he only got 4 altogether, and not at the same time.
So, Bill, did you actually go to Bass Pro, or did you order through it and have it shipped?
Had it shipped, free shipping. So
And it was in store when you ordered it?
yeah, well, because I had left a message with everybody, so whoever got hold of me first, you know, let me know. And boom, Bass Pro said, "We got one. I'll take it."
It's so wrong, it's comical. I'm sorry, man.
Then just yesterday, Kelly Co.
That's right, plugs. That's how it should be from now on with these guys.
Hey, Bill,
Yes, Rob.
look at this. I'm on my. I pulled up. Hang on.
Hey, Bellamy.
Nice wall.
I pull up Detector Warehouse, and then here's all your sponsored. Detector Warehouse, all first 8, and then the 9th one, which is the Xterra Pro, is Cabela's because they don't have it in stock yet.
Yeah.
So here's 8 ads for my Detector Warehouse, and then you want an Xterra, go to Cabela's.
It just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't, Charlie.
I know. It's like I said, I got to check it. Look at the box because that blows me away that Marlin says it says made in Australia on it instead of Malaysia.
I think Jim said the same thing as well. That might have been Jim that said that. We'll see you, Robert. Thank you for stopping by.
Trevor, Robert.
Hey, Trevor. Charlie, my guy's
Oh,
even out of the
sorry.
800 right now.
Nothing
What's
wrong.
that?
My guy's even out of the 800 right now. It says out of stock.
Oh, really?
I'm still thinking they're just going to quit making the 6 and 800. I just don't see why
You
they
do, Bill. You think those two are going to fade, the 6 and the 8?
Well, you got the 7 and 9 now, which are basically replacements. They fixed the problems and expanded the software in the VDI number. And that's what everybody's going to want over the 6 or the 8. You know?
You might have a point there, Bill, because of all the issues they had with the leaking and the coilers breaking off and all that. They might be like, let's just fade this stuff out that we have in,
Yeah.
and we stop making it. You know what I mean?
I think that's what's going to happen. Because why, the only reason I see guys buying the 600s now is because they can get one, like Rob sold his cheap because wasn't using it. Mark the Berg Hunter sold because he likes his Legend better. Yeah, if he says yes, the 6 and 8
Yeah,
are done.
I see Mike said that the 6 and 8 are done.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The 7 and 9
I could take the money from selling the 600, buy the new Xterra Pro, and I still have $100 left over.
There you go.
But do you want to buy that Xterra Pro?
Yeah, but tell you right now, since you're mainly
One day I say yes, Charlie. The next day I don't know.
you might need a software upgrade because I know a few guys have had problems at the beaches with them. In that 8
I had a problem in the front yard testing it.
Here's where I'll tell you why I'm.
Hi, Maria.
Hi, Alice.
Hi, Maria.
Wow, did you
David
see the
Granger
video?
said my cooler was broken. The replacement had hairline cracks. Metal AF. I love my 800. Absolutely love it. Okay, Jim says the 700 and the 900 don't perform any better. Only difference is you get the carbon fiber shaft and the 6-inch coil in the package. Yeah, Jim, and now they're forcing Nocta to do the same thing. So it seems like Minelab's leading and Nocta's following now, trying to catch up. But like I said, Charlie was the first one that told me about the 7 and the 9, and I thought, first off, I thought he was bullshitting me, and then second off, I thought it was fake news. I thought it was fake news. But
I think that the 7 and 9, from what I've seen, are really, really good machines. I mean, they're really good. I think they are, but I mean, just my opinion, they are better than the other. I've seen videos where it shows both ways. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
there you go. Plugs has got a good point.
You want to keep
Who gives a shit? You want to keep buying new machines just to find clad? I don't.
plugs in a lot of places now, and it's not even that anymore.
And you're going to get to the point where people are going to say the exact same thing Plugs did.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not spending $1,600 to get an inch deeper depth. You know, and
Exactly. That's like I said, when they came out with the Xterra, and I saw the depth tests and stuff. And I'm, hey, that's a no-brainer. I got it for 270 ship. I'm not, that's
See, here's why I would get it. My 800 is now out of warranty. I'm on my third control pod, okay? But that control pod's now out of warranty. So if I put the Nox in the water this summer and it goes tits up, I'm out $800, okay, for what $900 what it cost me for a new one. So I can just keep using that on the dirt with Dalton and Troy. Works great. I got 3 coil choices. I've got the big coil, the stock coil, and the small coil. And then I can go spend a measly $299, and I can take that Xterra to the beach. I don't need any extra depth. Same depth I get. We don't have deep stuff on Clearwater Beach. And I can take it in the water all day long. And if it gets wet, I send it in, and I still have my 800 to use.
You better wait for the update.
yeah,
that thing's having all kinds of problems on the beach, Rob.
yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. At 8 kilohertz, I don't know whether it's the auto ground balancing that's causing it or what, but the VDI numbers are all over the place on the beach.
Just crazy. Looks like a rusty bottle cap. you wouldn't dig it.
Both
Treasure
Metal
Outdoor.
AF,
Rob,
both Metal AF and Finders, first off, he says he doesn't want to learn another machine. He doesn't want to learn the new VDI numbers. He says he'll just buy another 800 when this one wears out. And Finder says the 800's a beast. The 800 is a beast. No doubt the 800 changed metal detecting. It was a revolutionary machine. It is a revolutionary machine.
Yep.
And in the 700 and 900 are refinements of that machine. They're not a whole new machine. They're just refinements of that machine. I think Equinox will continue to sell, or excuse me, Minelab will continue to sell 800s way into the future.
I don't think.
Look, I'm on my guy's
I don't think
website.
that's going to happen. I think they're replacing the 6 and the 8 with the 7 and the 9.
yeah.
That's how it's going to work.
That's something 3 or 6 months now we can debate and see what happens, and that's
Yeah.
that's another fun thing about this hobby.
Before you buy the Xterra, since you mainly hunt beaches, watch Treasure Outdoors' last few videos where he took the Xterra to the beach. Because he just had problems with the VDI numbers being all over the place. So, in the 8 kilohertz,
For a young guy with no car, he buys a lot of detectors.
yeah.
I mean, he's got the 800. He bought the new Xterra. He's got a Legend. He's got
Vanquish.
he's got Ace machines. Yeah, I mean, he's not up there at Merrill level yet, but he's got to have 5 or 6 machines for a guy who's like 23. Yeah, I agree, Finders.
Jim, see, the thing is, you're so used to Nox, and what they've done with the 7 and 900 is taken it basically to what all other machines use. Garrett uses 0.99, Fisher 0 to 99. Now they've gone minus 19 up to 90 on the.
Yeah, metal AF. I wonder about that because he doesn't have a car. He lives near me, guys. Bill, Treasure Outdoors lives near me. He's about 15 miles north of me. That little beach he does.
Yeah.
That he never puts the camera up to show you where he's at. He just puts it down and saying,
Yeah.
I know where that beach is at. I don't hunt it much now because I that's a place he can reach on his little e-bike or his girlfriend drops him off. So I don't bother going up there. It's his little spot he's got. He can't go out with a car. He's only done 1 or 2 videos on Clover Beach because he's got to depend on somebody getting down there. Oh, that's hilarious plugs. Yeah. He's Metal AF. He's about 22, 23 years old. Yeah.
John says, I hated the -9 to 39 on the Nox at first, but once learned you can call targets just as good as the higher segment range, maybe better. See, I didn't like the range at first with the Manticore. I thought I'd be really happy with the machine, but it took me until recently where I'm really starting to enjoy the machine.
But do you think it separates a bottle cap better than the 800, Charlie?
I could tell you on the beach, I don't dig nowhere as near as many bottle caps. I don't.
Okay, see, that's an improvement.
Yep.
I have come home, and you guys have seen my wrap ups on my beach. That one day on Clearwood Beach, I came home with 97 bottle caps, and they're all within one number of a nickel.
Yep.
Now, nickels are more stable, so if the Manticore or the 900 does a better job of separating, hearing a bottle cap over a nickel, and it separates it better, like you said, Charlie. I mean, how much time would I have saved not digging those 97 bottle caps?
Yeah. But I'll tell you, in the water too, with the Excalibur 2, bottle caps were really grunty and just it didn't ring up good at all with the Excalibur 2 in the water. But like your Precious and non-fair stuff, those sounded really good. So I really do like the Excal 2. So I'm kind of tossed up on which one I'll use in the water.
Plugs, you
Marty,
want a
every
machine that
time-
has 10 towns?
Every time I see or hear about VD on Clearwater Beach, I just cringe. He saw me there. He saw me there one time. I was there with Denise K, and he ignored me and walked by me. Wouldn't come over to talk to me.
John says the Manticore has advantage over the EQ series of separation and deep silver.
Oh, I think Dalton would put his 800 against anybody for deep silver all day long, and I'd put my money on Dalton.
Wow. Just be cool. Clark says a VDI is nothing but distraction to him.
Oh wow, Marty says he turned that part off. I like using the two together. I like using the VDI number, and I like using the sound.
I think he's talking about VD's video.
No, he said VDIs.
First he talked about VD being on Clearwater Beach, and then down here he says, "Yep, I turned it off."
Oh, okay. Thank you, Marty. Yeah, Metal AF says know your soul.
Yeah.
Now see in the ground, and I'm dirt fishing. A solid 13 will be a nickel 95% of the time. But see on Clearwater Beach, if I get a 13, I swing back over it and it bounces to 14, 15, down to 12, up to 17. I absolutely know 100% nickel. But I saw, vast majority of times I get a 13, I get trash or bottle caps or pull tabs. I saw Dalton on my 1922 corner house do the side yard that I had already gone over fast, pull 7 nickels out of the side yard on 12 13s.
Hey, Brad.
3 Buffaloes, 2 V nickels, and 2 older Jeffersons. 3, 2, 3. Yeah, he got 7 nickels, Charlie, off one property in one day. He wears those little earbuds, Charlie. He hears those little chirps, buddy. When we were hunting with Tom Riley down in the park across the street from Tom's, he got a tiny little chirp. I can't tell you how deep he went for that mercury dime that was in the wall.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he
Plus,
devastated.
I just want a machine that will only pick up gold.
Yeah.
At least from my experience from using both, says John.
Oh, man, guys.
Wow, finders found over 500 silvers with the Equinox.
But no way, shape, form will it form it. The 800 is going to hit silver deeper than the Manticore. I think that's what John's saying there. At least from my experience from using both. David Frazier, I found a rock.
David, I put that Charlie Brown clip in my couple of my videos. I got a rock. I think it's hilarious.
Danny says, since I got the 700, I have dug around 50 nickels, and a handful of times I went out and maybe around 10 pool taps.
See, I could get appreciated with that ratio.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you though, Charlie, Dalton doesn't want the Manticore. He wants the 900.
Yeah. There's sometimes I'm swinging the Manicore, I'm like, there's so much stuff inside the Manicore that you can do with it. I don't think I'll ever use a lot of it. You know what I mean? But it's there to be used. With all, I don't know. I probably eventually get it all figured out where I will. But right now, I have a coin shooter program I use, and then I just use the regular modes.
Hey, Charlie, I put a short on this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone up 15 subs today off that short. I am at 2699.
Nice, buddy.
Between yesterday and today, my two shorts have 3,800 views.
David Frazier, how many subs do you need to go live? You don't need them. Can't you just do lives?
If you use StreamYard, you don't need any. You don't need a set amount.
Yeah.
There you go, Dave.
Did you see Plug's comment?
Plugs. Yeah. Yeah. Yem says, what most people don't understand is we all struggle with some deafness. Some of us have trouble hearing some tones. That's where the Equinox excels. You can play with the tone pitch. Yeah, John, I agree with you.
Next level of audio, huh, John? That sounds like it's going backwards.
I think that, John, I don't know how you feel about it, John, but the 2D screen can actually be misleading. I watched a video of this guy swinging the Manicore at a place I absolutely hunted hard and was getting pissed thinking his machine sucked. They put later on, I didn't say a word to him. Plugs. John says, I don't even look at the screen. Jim says, I just need someone to push my wheelchair and dig my finds for me.
And give you a lap dance. Don't forget that. Yes, he does, Jim. John uses the Manicore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I go by the tones too, mainly.
Yeah.
I'll just look at the VDI to give me it's in that range. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I can't do that, finders. I can't say that I don't look at the screen. I can't say that.
No, I use both. But I do when I'm swinging, I'm just, you hit the tone, and then you're looking down,
Yeah.
Get the screen dead.
You got this nice high-pitched tone. And look
you get a nice steady high-pitched tone. You
Mm-hmm.
might just look down at the number to confirm it, but you're digging that nice, beautiful high tone.
Yeah. Until you lift that coil of foot off the ground and it's still ringing up at you. Then you know you're on a can.
Rob, I got a question for you. I know you put a lot of shorts out. One video I put out today was supposed to be a short, but it didn't turn out that way. I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong. It was only 37 seconds long, but it didn't come out as a short. Yet I used my phone. So I don't know what the hell happened.
Did you push the shorts button on your phone on YouTube?
No, I put it on transfer from my phone to my computer, which I always do, and have always come out shorts before. And for one reason, the one I scheduled for today didn't, and I don't know why.
It has to go on from your phone, or it has to go on using the shorts button on your phone, because I've done that too, and it just comes out as a 30-second regular video.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You have that.
John says, I look at the VDI sequence, but not the 2D garbage. Oh, David's going to go hit it in the morning. Awesome. Hey, Dennis, how's it going?
Because I had my phone pointed too far down. Okay. Oh, you mean like at the wrong angle there, plugs? Is that what you're trying to say?
You got to start out more up, Bill. Then swing down.
Bill, you got to use that little right there. You got to use that little center thing that says shorts.
Okay.
John, Bill, Metal AF says, hold on. It doesn't have to come off the phone. I can send you a link to make short templates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
well, that's
just
not
go to
something
my-
I know how to do. So if he knows to do that, Bill, go ahead, because I don't know how to do that.
My about page, JD, has my email on it. So please, or my phone number, you can send it either way. But Plug was saying something about the angle of the phone, I guess, or too close to the ground or whatever.
Yeah, I see him say that. And then he said, start up, then swing downwards, I guess, when you're
I
recording.
mean, in other words, don't go like this, more like this.
Take it easy, David.
Is that what you're saying, Plugs? I can understand it. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I did have the phone almost flat when I took the picture that came out,
All right, David.
or just hit the plus sign. Rob's correct. Okay.
Because I was doing them, Bill, I was doing them through the computer and I was trying to make them vertical and stuff. And I kept putting them on and it just kept 30-second short videos. It wouldn't put them in. And
See you, Dennis.
Later, Dennis.
It wasn't putting them in the short stream.
Uh,
Oh my God.
Woo!
Mr.
hello.
Lou is here.
Well, that'd be cool if you could get that information from AF about doing that. He's saying it's super easy, I guess.
yeah. I'll try it that way too.
Plug says I have almost 2 million views. All nonsense. I know he did that one video with the what was it? Yeah, that Sawzog one. And that thing blew up. There was nothing to it. He was getting tons of views on that thing. Did you read that, Will?
Yeah, I see that. All I know is that first short I put out about the Xterra hit like 1,000 in 3 hours. Like boom.
Isn't that weird how that works? I mean, sometimes it gets put right up in the algorithm. A lot of, there's other times nothing.
Yeah.
It depends if that algorithm puts them on that stream that you just scroll your phone one after another. And if it's in that stream, it's going to get played.
Yeah.
The ones that always do well though, and I don't care, are cat videos. People love watching cats doing stupid shit.
Cats and dogs for some reason just go crazy.
I think you're right, Danny. Lou, you should stop by Sunday morning. Charlie and I would love to have you on.
John, the other day I threw a short cat video on and got like 7 new subs out of it.
There you go.
There it is, Bill. He dropped it for you.
Yeah, Metal AF has given you the Canva template.
Man. Come on, phone.
Danny says I only have one video with 700 that has 1.8 views.
Get it?
Do you see that one from Jim there, Bill? I know, Patty. It is kind of weird. Your video could be going, and all of a sudden just
Hey,
crickets.
John, you got a wrench. Put up your channel link for Jim, please. Yep, I got it. JD, I'll try that tomorrow. Thank you.
Patty said, that's it. I'm doing more with my cats. Designated shorts are a great way to get subs. Yeah, it's proven to be that way.
Say you put out 5 shorts and 4 of them do like 100 views. One does 2,000. you put out cat videos, and every other one does great. People just love watching cats. They just, or farm animals, stupid shit like not stupid. It's just like you wouldn't think it would get all that views. The next thing you know, you go, what?
Yeah.
I put one out. It's one of the female cats we hung out with. One of her kittens bathing him, and things started crying and ran off. So I just put it in the caption, "Ma, I don't want a bath." Next thing I know, I get 4,000 views on the stupid thing. Okay, I'm going to tell you something though, plugs. Everybody says if it wasn't for porn, there'd be no internet. The truth is, if it wasn't for cat videos, there'd be no internet. That's what really made freaking. You look at YouTube in the early days, 9 out of 10 videos on YouTube in the first year were cat videos.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just, and that made YouTube grow.
Wow, I didn't realize Denise was on YouTube that much back then. Man, nobody laughed. That was a good joke.
Good night, Jim.
Yeah, I'm about to jump off of here too, guys. I got to get up early myself.
Yeah, it's 10:30. Been on here 2.5 hours. I'm going to take off. Thank you all for being here tonight. Great.
Jim, have a good night.
We'll see everybody later.
Good night, John. Good night, Jim. Good night, Dirk, Claude, Danny, Jim at Melbourne, Alice,
Yeah,
Jamie.
MD Jim, thanks for being here tonight. Lou, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, and thank you, Lou. Yeah, and Brad. Good night, all.
Yeah.
And in the broadcast. And broadcast. And
Mark comments, am I early? Good night, Mark.
Good night, Mark.